You know, not only has WWE showed us that it could have a stable, good pay-per-view without Roman Reigns or some other big names on the card, but now they have legitimately solidified themselves of this year to tell a great fucking story and to have a turn that none of us expected. Welcome to the Montiel Verse. I'm your host, Jorge Montiel Jr., and I am here to talk about mostly tonight's Raw and Hell in a Cell, some bits and pieces here and there. So let me just get it out of the way that Hell in a Cell was bomb as hell, all right? It came out funny. So the first match of the night, the triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship, banger, absolute banger. Okay, there was some hard-hitting action in there. Asuka with their fucking combo strikes and submission maneuvers. Becky Lynch with her scrappiness in the ring. And obviously, Bianca Belair is just a fucking powerhouse day in, day out. No questions asked. That was a great match. Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali was pretty good. I liked how Mustafa... Because this is arguably the biggest moment of his career. If not, the biggest. Because... the ovation that he got when he came out of the curtain and the energy that he brought to the ring. And it was a great moment for him. Do I wish he would have won? Yes. But give credit to Austin Theory. The guy is becoming a shining star. His job is literally to make us hate him. He's an entitled, spoiled, character who obviously kisses the boss's ass and shit. This is nothing new there. He's taking selfies and shit, and they're just like, we're meant to hate him. And people are starting to pay attention to him. And let's just face it, the guy is solid in the fucking ring. Like, end of the story. Another thing is Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. While I enjoyed the match last night, which it was fucking awesome. One of the most brutal Hell in a Cell matches I think we've had in the last couple of years. I know people are like, oh, Hell in a Cell isn't what it used to be because, how did we go from Undertaker chucking Mankind off at the top of the Hell in a Cell to, the craziest thing happened in the ring as a concerto. And I get it, but we saw the ramifications that came with these stunts and these wrestlers taking all these high risks, because they're stuntmen basically. And whether you want to call this fake, stage, whatever, when you fall from 20 feet in the air through a freaking table, especially in the 90s, because I think the tables are a different material now. Dude, like, you are literally risking breaking yourself in half. Like, I'm not even playing with you. It's a wonder that Mick Foley is still alive today. Okay? So, does it suck that we have to cut back on stunts like that or not have them anymore? Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think about the preservation of the wrestlers. I mean, these guys are human beings. So, I get it. But, it was brutal, okay? When from the get-go, Cody took off his ring jacket and you see, I believe it was his right pectoral muscle, all purple, all red right here, and it went through his arm as well, like right in his bicep. And it was just like, geez. I know we saw it with Triple H, but dare I say that this one was kind of worse. I think it was a little bit worse than Triple H's. Because Triple H, it was like mostly like here. His went like all the way down, and it was fucking insane. I was just like, what in the hell? And you heard the crowd just go, shh, shh, shh. Like, they were in just shock. They were in utter and complete shock right there. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the match, before we get to that, before that happened, Seth Rollins comes out with the classic, iconic polka dots that Dusty Rhodes used to wear. And again, he's just playing mind games. I'm like, this guy stops at nothing. Because me and my dad were watching, I'm telling him, this guy stops at nothing. It ain't the first time. He did it with Roman Reigns with the Shield attire, with the vest and everything, and the theme song. And then before that, he did it to Rey Mysterio. He wore that attire with all the black question marks with the purple trunks. And it was like, this is what he does. Okay, that match was good. It was brutal, great storytelling with the sledgehammer spots and that bull rope. I don't know what the exact term for it was, and I can't remember right now. But the thing with the belt on it, that was cool. It's just all around great match and all around very solid pay-per-view. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You can't say that it wasn't. All right, 7-8 is about where I would place it. It was a solid pay-per-view. But again, considering the fucking card, that's a big step up. Like, everybody was expecting 4 to 6. They gave us a 7-8. Today, biggest twist of all time. Okay, maybe not all time. I'm exaggerating here, but I didn't see this coming for sure, okay? The Judgment Day defeated AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan yesterday. Color me freaking surprised. I was hoping just maybe AJ and Finn and Liv would pull it off, but of course, no, let's just give the Judgment Day everything. Today was insane, all right? I mean, let's just talk about it for a minute. They betray Edge, all right? I was like, bro. And then Finn comes out, and he looks like he's going to be the new leader. And I'm just like, what? Because the original plan that was leaked out was Finn was going to turn on AJ and Liv and join the Judgment Day. And I was all sitting at the edge of my seat because I was hoping that it wouldn't happen. But, and it didn't. And then we get this shit today. I'm like, what? I was like, dude, you see Damian Priest literally doing the Razor's Edge through the announce table. They did a concerto on him. They're standing in the middle of the ring. It was like, did anybody else call this? I mean, I didn't. I'm in complete and utter shock. It would be cool if Finn, became the demon and did this kind of thing. I feel like that would be better than the whole regular Finn Balor thing, but the demon doesn't talk as much. So, I don't know. I consider it if I was in creative. Maybe he is Finn Balor when they're cutting promos, but maybe he turns into the demon while they're in the matches. Another thing is, if you listen to Edge's theme song, it's called The Other Side by Alter Bridge. His character literally went through what that song was talking about. If you believe your way is the only way, then you're the fool who lives to die. That's exactly what happened to his ass. I mean, and he's going to pay for what he did when he gets to the other side. That's kind of like the whole theme and the whole message behind the song. And his character went through that. What a fucking genius. If they were planning this from the beginning, that song completely fits that character. Because, again, this is another person who thinks he's God and thinks he can hold everybody's fate in his hands. And the next thing you know, bam, it's over. And I didn't see this coming, but I honestly can't enjoy this more. I only saw bits and pieces of Raw, so I'm just going to talk about what I saw. I'm tired of Rollins against Rhodes already. Like, okay, it's done. You got your ass whooped 3 times. Okay, you suck, Rollins. Move on. No, it's like we're dragging it out. Like, Cody was not brought here to fight against Seth Rollins 24/7, 365. We need a new storyline. This is it. This is over. Okay, and if it's going to take a sledgehammer to Rollins' head and his brains all over the damn stage, then so be it. I'm sick of Rollins, okay? Truth be told, I'm always back and forth with the Visionary character, but I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, how many times can you... I get the obsession, aspect of the character, but it's just like, dude, if we're talking about everything in general and everything summed up, you've lost to Reigns. You lost to Rhodes 3 times now. Maybe it's time for you to step away as a character and just go somewhere else. Like, they need to write something that's going to drive Rollins out of the picture, and then he comes back as himself. I mean, because this is getting old, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's getting old. All right, it is just getting old. I don't see the value of his character right now. As far as Owens and Ezekiel go, I feel like that's a good storyline. Like, it's the stupidest shit in the world when you're reading this on paper, but when it comes out on the TV and you're watching this take place and it's happening around you, you're like, this ain't bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad. I enjoyed the match. I mean, there was some clean knee strikes by Ezekiel. I gotta say, he's got that down. There was a fatal four-way to determine who the Raw Women's Champions #1 contender is going to be. I'm pretty sure Bliss won that, but don't quote me. That's my pick. I didn't see that match here. Let me cut and see what the hell happened. All right, so of course it was Rhea Ripley. I forgot she was in that damn match, which that was not on purpose. Then you got Bobby Lashley taking on the U.S. champ, Austin Theory, it looks like. If that does happen, and Theory beats Lashley, that'll definitely solidify Theory as a solid champ. Next thing is, apparently Cena is coming around WWE in roughly 3 weeks, June 27th. That's going to be some shit. And I gotta say, man, I'm really excited. I really feel that there's a lot of potential for SummerSlam, honestly. Even Money in the Bank. But SummerSlam, if we get Cena versus Theory, if we get Reigns versus, you know, because McIntyre's supposed to be Clash at the Castle. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. They don't know what the hell they're doing with Reigns right now. But honestly, I cannot wait to find out. Let me know what you guys think. Post comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe. And let's get this show on the road, man. Let's get this channel off the ground. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.